Hello everybody. I know we had a good day trading today. The E-mini was probably the toughest call. We did get into our number 2 sell zone, and as you can see from this screen, we got a higher low and a higher high, and that favors a retest of today's high and or higher. Like we've said, we've got a very strong P working here. And it looks like support's at 60, and we're searching or probing for resistance right now. Now I don't see a fundamental reason right now that'll break us out, but we're dealing with a market where quite often you don't need fundamental reasons for the market to move higher or lower. It just gets a mind of its own and it goes. So right now, buying weakness to retest whatever today's high happens to be is the test, and if we fail to extend the range, then we can turn sellers. Looking at the F2 screen, we have 2 distributions higher. Definitely are working with a P here also, so it confirms what we see on screen number 1, the F1 screen. So we have resistance where we saw it this morning. It was either up against 80 or up against 85. So we have this area right up here at 85. And we're kind of halfway in this 80-85 area right here. So this was our best resistance, 81 to 85, and that's where we find ourselves right now. We do have a double distribution up. So the trade right now, if we were to close it at 81, would be to sell failure to take out 83, 85. And then the last rotate up in London was 88. Then we had that last rotate up in L period, that little 2-letter ledge right here at 90. Then the second trade would be this 89, 91 area. Down below we have a very clean break here at 78, 77. So buying 76, 78 makes sense. The idea that we're going to trade it higher. And then our 71, 73 leaning against this 2-letter ledge right here makes some sense. So pretty easy read. Once the market got underway that it was going to trade higher, it did. Never really looked back too much. You had to pay up to get in all day long. That didn't change. So it's just pretty easy to buy weakness all day long. Okay, taking a look at the note. The note, we caught that one perfectly this morning. We have an inside day on the F1 screen. That usually means trading range. We don't have any news coming at us tomorrow that could move the markets from our domestic releases. So the market will be looking to Asia or Europe for the news overnight as it stands right now, the formal news. But you can see we got ourselves an inside day, and that usually yields a trading range. Looking at the F2 screen, market did trade higher. We came in this morning wanting to buy 20 to 24s. The low was 22.5. And we wanted to sell 31s to 03. The high was 126, 1.5. So we caught it just about as good as you could catch it. We said the market's focus would be the direction of the E-mini. The E-mini didn't give it up. Continued to gain strength throughout the day, and the notes or the financials did give it up. So we had the market's focus. We had the direction right. It produced really great trades. Got a pretty clean break in the market here at 26 to 28. So selling failure. The last rotate up in I period was 29.5, so selling failure to take out 26 to 30 is the first trade, and it's probably the one that's going to be served up to us. And then the second trade would be selling the 1 to 5 area leaning up against this high over here. We sell to, because we are pointed lower in the stock market, looks like it's going to trade higher. We're going to lower our buy for the overnight session to 17 to 21. Now this is the week that the primary dealers tend to run the market down, building for the next auction. So imagine this, if we take the 16 to 20 area out, then that's the dynamic I think that we're operating under. A quick look at the bond. The bond produced even bigger trades for us today than the note, and it would because it's twice as volatile, but the knob spreads come in quite a bit from this morning. They got after the 30-year pretty good. I'm writing up a piece for Trader Kingdom on why trade the bond. John and I are going to do a webinar on that on the 29th. And you know, the biggest reason for trading the financials is the way they honor support and resistance. It's not a game of gunning stops like it is in the indexes. And the other one is it follows fundamentals reasonably well, except during auction week, and we know how to read that. So, and the rotations that are available to you in the bond, I mean, you can make some big money trading the bond. Tougher to do it in the note because it's half as volatile, but you can make some good money there too. And you got a little more going for you. Okay, we're at 31 right now. Last rotate up stopped at 05. We had the spill from 8, so selling failure 4 to 8. Looks like a pretty good trade. We got this M period low over here at 21. We're at 31 right now. We had this rotate down in Z in 26, so 25, 21. Give it a little bit of room. And then 17 to 13 on the buy side for buy 2. If the knob spread starts to come in a little bit, and the week before an auction it usually does, the short side in the bond is a better trade than the short side in the note. And if you want to do like Jimmy does, you'd be buying the 10-year, selling the 30-year, and spreading them. And you can do that on a one-to-one basis. And then you don't have to worry too much about it. And then next Tuesday morning we'll go long the 30-year and short the 10-year. Been a very, very consistent trade for us. Okay, gold is under pressure. Bank leaks from the European Central Bank, comments from a German banker about what's coming up next for the European Central Bank. Not worried about inflation. They got to do something to stimulate the economy and get people to lend money so they can reinflate the European economies. But you know, it just shows you the madness of crowds and how we really, as a species or being, love being with other people more so than being right. We want to be a part of the group. So there isn't a place in the world where Keynesian economics doesn't work except in the minds of politicians, and politicians writing grants to economists, but they all do it. And so right now inflation's not a problem, sell gold. I still think we're in a trading range. We've got this 85 minus, we've got this 1305 plus. Today we had a shot. We wanted to sell 2 to 5s. It was the trade of the day. Our first buy zone was 95.97, then it was 90.92. Didn't quite make it. So we're going to make 90.92 buy 1 on the assumption we're going to test the bottom of the trading range in 85.87 by 2. Got a very, very clean break here at 96. That C period low at 98. So we'll make kind of split it, 97 to 1300 sell 1. Well, now let's not do it that way. Let's go 95, 97. That's real aggressive. Try to get it done at 97 for sell 1. And then 1300, 1302 for sell 2. Don't think we can get in if this market's going to sell much above 95. Okay, crude's kind of hanging out here, waiting to see what's going to happen on the border of China and Vietnam. China and the Philippines. China and Japan. China and Taiwan, and Russia with the Ukraine. So all eyes are on China and Russia right now, and what's the next step? And it will not be advantageous to the West or for those countries that have territorial disputes with China. I believe China's end game is to see what kind of reaction they can stir by overt military action against Vietnam. They can't conquer Vietnam. The logistics, everything that goes with it, the mountainous territory, the jungle, it isn't going to happen. But the West responds to what they do in Vietnam, and we have no treaties with them, so we won't even pay lip service to defending those people's rights. But we'll say, China, you better not do that. That ruins your world standing. It's so 20th century. And China will go do what they want to do. So we've got the Ukraine and Russia and China supporting crude oil prices. Like the idea of selling the 50-75 area. And then we'll make 103, 103 and a quarter for sell 2. One shot fired, one incursion into Vietnam will turn this thing higher. I don't think you have a lot of people that are going home short this contract. We'll make where we were today, 101, 75, 102 for buy 1. Let them get stops beneath the buck, then 25 to 50 for buy 2. And last but not least, the euro. The euro rebounded off the comments this morning, and that's not exactly what the European Central Bank had in mind. But they're testing the waters. They're floating trial balloons right now. And this, we talked about it this morning. This 25 to 50 area is pretty good resistance. And I think we had a 25.35 sell today, and that worked out pretty well for us. We had a buy at 137 plus or minus in nickel, and that worked out well for us. So we're at 37.12 right now. Last rotate up stopped at 37.20, so we'll lower the sell to 20 to 30 and then 50 plus or minus, and on the buy side we'll leave it where it was this morning. $45 to 55 for sell 2. On the buy side, 137 plus or minus 5. And then we'll make it 75 to 85. So there you have it, folks. Another great day of trading, probably the toughest market getting started in the E-mini. But again, the E-mini is just, you kind of have to figure that baby out quite often as the day progresses. Just so many games played there.